Make some birria tacos with me. And I know I'm a pure-blooded Cajun couillon, but I was raised by my stepmother who is Mexican, and her family did teach me how to cook some good Mexican food. So this is how I'm gonna make mine. You can follow it or you can make it the way you want to. You're gonna for sure need yourself a chuck roast and of course onions and garlic and all these peppers I have right here and some seasonings. And yes, I'm gonna say it as I put it in. Y'all follow along. First things first, I got my chuck roast cut up and I'm gonna be putting my Mexican Fiesta seasoning all over that. I'm also going to be adding a little bit of my Creole Zydeco because my recipe calls for time and I don't have none by itself, but I have it in here. I'm going to be putting the whole cut up chuck roast that's already seasoned in 8 cups of water and I'm bringing that to a boil for a good hour or so. I'm also dropping in an onion and a half in here, whole, just a ball, and about 8 cloves of garlic. I'm also going to be putting in about a tablespoon of salt and 4 bay leaves. I'm gonna cover and let this boil on high for about an hour. Now it's time to get our sauce ready. In a separate pan, put you a little bit of oil. We're gonna lightly toast our peppers. And I don't know if I'm saying all this right, so y'all don't judge me. I'm using approximately 12 Guajillo peppers. It's something like that, y'all. 8 ancho peppers, or the same thing, pasilla chili pods. And about 8 chilies de árbol. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it don't matter. Y'all get the point. And don't worry, my family's gonna correct me on it if I ain't saying it right. I'm gonna stir this around. Not for long, maybe 3 to 5 minutes. And you're gonna smell it, and it already smells good. I got about 6 more cloves of garlic that I'm gonna toast this. Get your peppers in the blender with the onions and garlic from your pot of chuck roast that's boiling on the side. Add some water to help blend. Blend it up. I'm also adding in 3 whole cloves and 8 peppercorns, and I'm gonna blend that too. That how beautiful. Can you smell it or what? Take out any fat that floats to the top of the pot. Now it's time to put this sauce in the pot. I'm gonna be using a skimmer. Add water if you need to get it through. Now that you got your sauce in the pot, add 1 teaspoon cumin, 1 teaspoon oregano, and 3 tablespoons beef bouillon. This is the one I'm using for this meal. This is just for extra flavor. You could add a little more if needed. You also could add thyme, but I don't have none. Remember, I added some of that seasoning on my meat, but I'm also gonna be adding some of my Mexican Fiesta seasoning. I have a lot of flavors involved in this seasoning. A lot of good flavors for this Mexican meal. I'm gonna let this boil for another 2 to 3 hours. Covered until the meat is tender, melt in your mouth, fall apart. Here we go, y'all. 4 hours later, it's time to get this meat out. It's already falling apart. Oh my goodness. Let's get this meat out. Here we go. After about 4 to 5 hours later, all the meat's out, and it's time to show you how it just falls apart. Right here. Look at this. Make it so tender where it melts in your mouth. No fork is needed. And it's good too. Get yourself some corn tortillas. Dip them in that sauce. Get your meat, fresh onions, and top it with cheese. Fold it over, drop it in the skillet. Cook it on both sides till your cheese is melted. Cheese is gonna be a Mexican 3 cheese with all those names in there. There you go. Once it's done, top it with cilantro if you like that. Squeeze that fresh lime all over it. Got the Spanish rice on the side and a little bit of guacamole. You'll know what time it is. Take it, dip it. Es bueno, sí. And this is how I'll make my quesadillas. Quesadillas because it has cheese in it.